I spent months making carefully planned matcha content, cafes, home setups, office matcha days, and the video that hit 1 million views, me and my colleague realizing we forgot to bring matcha to work. That's it. And that's the video. We are talking about it why today. Hi, welcome back. Or if you're new here, hi, my name is Rennie and welcome to Spill the Matcha episode 2. Today I'm getting into how I actually started content creation last year, what formats I tried, what finally worked, and the things that quietly tanked my reach after everything was going well. So let's get into it. I'm going to use the matcha from Evolution Botanicals today, and this is the highest ceremonial grade. Always love their matcha. The color, so bright, so good. Look at the green color. This is the color that we want if we want to buy a good matcha. So I started with a clear intention. I wanted to grow, and I figured matcha content was my lane. I love it, I know it, and it makes sense. So I started posting matcha making videos, the process, the ritual, all of that. Let's do 5 grams again today. So the view, well, alright, like it's not too bad, but it's not too good as well. So
not bad, but not good.
So just kind of let. I started experimenting. I went to cafes and reviewed the matcha. I brought my matcha to the office and shared it with my co-workers. I did a home cafe matcha party as well. So I was literally, I was genuinely trying different things to see what would land. Some of it did better than others, but nothing was really kind of like breaking through, And then one day, something big happened. My colleague and I had a miscommunication, totally miscommunicated on who should bring the matcha to work. Which can be quite normal, right? Because I think it happens very often to every single person. So we actually happened to film it. So we happened to film it, very casual, very random one. The whole thing, the realization, the mild devastation, and we ended up just drinking strawberry milk because I only brought the strawberry syrup. But that video hit over 1 million views now. Not the aesthetic cafe content, not the carefully set up home cafe, the one where nothing went right, and I just share it anyway. And I think it makes total sense in hindsight. It was relatable. Anyone who has ever been weirdly attached to their morning routine got it immediately. It wasn't about matcha being pretty, it was about matcha being a whole personality and the chaos of not having it. People share it because they saw themselves in it. This is so pretty. I love the microphone so much, guys. And I'm a bit rushed today, so I'm just gonna quickly make iced matcha latte, just the OG version, very classic one. Got my cup ready over here. Let's add some ice. I think looking back, the thing that I did right was staying consistent and not giving up when the early numbers weren't there. I kept showing up and kept trying new things. That was the only reason I was even still posting when the viral moment happened. Now I'm thinking back, if I would quit after the view flat videos, that 1 million view moment never would have existed. I already poured some milk in that, and we're gonna pour the matcha in it very soon. I think this is the part I really wanted to talk about with you guys because nobody actually warned me about this. After all the things were going well, I got invited into a chat room. It's like a chat room where like all the foodies from all over the world, all the different niches and audiences. At the time, I feel like it's an opportunity, right? You get more exposure, you get more reach. In short term, yes, my number went up really quick, like my followers and also my like went up quite drastically, I would say. You can totally tell. But things happen here where they actually drop and kept dropping. Look at this, stunning. It's kind of like matching with my nails too, isn't it? Yay! Here's what I figured out. The algorithm built a model of who your audience is over time. So when you suddenly get a surge of engagement from a completely different crowd, people outside your niche, watching differently, engaging differently, that model gets confused. Fairly simple, right? It loses the plot on who to push your content to. Or in like psychology term, I like to call it as like the Pavlov Experiment. The platform had been conditioned to understand my audience, which is the matcha niche. But then I introduced a completely new signal. All the foodies all around, like they're not just foodies, but they're also like from all over the world. It's like, yes, it's relevant in a way, but it's also not relevant because I'm based in Australia, and then all of a sudden, like, I get so many attraction from like other places. Like my channel is literally getting confused now. So the whole thing get reset. So if I was starting over, I'll definitely still do the experiment. That part was necessary for your channel, especially if you have a new channel. But I'll be way more careful about where my content was being distributed and who was engaging with it, because organic growth is slower, but it builds something real. Your audience is actually yours, and the algorithm has a clear signal. So big lesson, the shortcut ended up costing me more time than just doing it the slow way. So here is my piece of advice. Have a niche, but experiment within it. Stay consistent, don't chase exposure for its own sake, and protect your signal once you have built it, because it's really precious, honestly. All of this stuff I had to figure out the hard way, so hopefully it saves you some time. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed this, and please subscribe so that you get notification when I drop episode 3. See you then! Let's add some rice. Let's add some... No, do not laugh. You do not laugh at me.